Welcome to a new video. Mirren de Joo, born in the Netherlands in 1912, became famous for astonishing the medical community by piercing her body with various objects without apparently suffering any harm. She achieved international renown in the 1940s thanks to her supposed supernatural ability to pierce her body with needles and swords, without experiencing pain, bleeding, or injury. Although initially skeptical, doctors were baffled by her abilities. He was subjected to multiple tests, including X-rays, which confirmed that his demonstrations were not tricks or illusions. Before we start, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to our channel and support us with your like, so we can continue bringing you more content like this. Without further ado, let's get started. Martin Lorello, known as the Owlman, possessed an extraordinary ability. He could turn his head 180 degrees, allowing him to look directly behind him without moving the rest of his body. This talent, the product of a unique physical condition and years of training, allowed him to dislocate his vertebrae without causing himself any harm. His shows in circuses and variety shows made him a main attraction. Born in the 19th century to a wealthy and noble English family, Edward Mordrake carried a curse, an extra face on the back of his head. This face, it is said, whispered disgusting and disturbing thoughts to him at night. Desperate to be free of this condition, Edward sought both medical and spiritual help, to no avail. He eventually fell into deep despair and madness, losing his life at a young age. His story remains a haunting legend that defies medical understanding and fuels the popular imagination. Schlitzie, born in 1901, was a famous sideshow performer known for his condition of microcephaly, which gave him a small head and lifelong intellectual challenges. His cheerful nature and charisma brought him prominence in the world of curiosity shows. With his infectious laugh and playful personality, Schlitzie charmed audiences by singing, dancing, and telling jokes. His fame reached a new level when he starred in the 1932 film Freaks, playing himself. Prince Randian, known as the Snake Man, was born in 1871 in British Guiana without arms or legs. Despite these limitations, he possessed impressive abilities. With surprising agility and remarkable strength, he could move using only his torso and head. Among his achievements were rolling cigarettes, lighting them, and even shaving using only his mouth. Randian became a star of oddity shows in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Annie Jones, born in 1865 in Virginia, USA, began showing signs of hypertrichosis, a condition that causes excessive hair growth, at a very early age. By the age of 5, she already had a noticeable beard. She was discovered by P.T. Barnum, a renowned show promoter, who included her in his famous curiosity show at Barnum's American Museum in New York. Annie quickly became one of the most popular attractions, earning her the nickname the Bearded Lady. Pauline Musters, known as the world's smallest woman, was born in the Netherlands in 1876. Throughout her short life, she reached a maximum height of just 23 inches, making her a celebrity in the oddity shows of the time. She traveled the world impressing audiences with her diminutive size. Sadly, she passed away in 1895 at the age of 19 due to pneumonia and meningitis. Myrtle Corbin, known as the Four-Legged Girl, was born in 1868. At the age of 13, she joined oddity shows, capturing the public's attention thanks to her unique condition, dipygus, an abnormality that gave her an extra pair of legs, belonging to an underdeveloped parasitic twin. Although she was born in Tennessee, she became known as the Four-Legged Girl from Texas. Alice Elizabeth Doherty, known as Wolf Girl, became famous for an extremely rare genetic condition called hypertrichosis lanuginosa, which caused excessive hair growth on her body. Alice Elizabeth Doherty was born with a dense layer of soft hair called lanugo that covered her entire body. From an early age, her unusual appearance attracted attention, and her parents decided to display her in curiosity shows. Her distinctive look made her a popular figure in circuses of that era. Johnny Eck, born in 1911 in Baltimore, Maryland, was an actor and circus performer who lacked the lower half of his torso. He became a celebrated entertainer known for his remarkable acrobatic abilities and engaging stage presence. Besides performing, Johnny was also an accomplished painter, musician, and filmmaker. His fame skyrocketed after he showcased his talents in the 1932 film Freaks, proving he was far more than just his physical uniqueness. General Tom Thumb, whose real name was Charles Stratton, was born in 1838 and stood just 25 inches tall. Discovered by P.T. Barnum at the age of 4, he quickly became the star attraction at Barnum's American Museum in New York City. Tom Thumb amazed audiences with his talents in singing, acting, dancing, and even impersonating historical figures. He toured Europe, meeting royalty such as Queen Victoria, and became a cultural icon, with his image appearing on merchandise ranging from trading cards to teacups. Julia Pastrana, born in 1834 in Mexico, was one of the most intriguing and tragic figures in freak show history. Nicknamed the Baboon Woman, she had a condition called terminal hypertrichosis, which caused her body to be covered in thick hair. Tragically, even after her death, her body was exploited for profit and displayed for public curiosity for decades. Daisy and Violet Hilton, conjoined twin sisters, were born on February 5, 1908, in Brighton, England. Connected at the hips and sharing a circulatory system while having separate organs, their lives were defined by both their performing talents and the legal and personal struggles they endured. Exploited from an early age by their adoptive mother, Mary Hilton, and later by Mary's daughter Edith and her husband, the sisters were featured in circuses and fairs. Despite their challenges, Daisy and Violet excelled in singing, dancing, and playing musical instruments, becoming celebrated performers in vaudeville. In 1931, they gained their independence after suing their guardians for abuse and exploitation. They went on to star in films like Freaks and Chained for Life while continuing to perform on stage. Jack Earl, born in 1906, was over 6 feet tall before his 10th birthday and nearly 7 feet 7 inches by age 13. His exact height remains uncertain, with estimates ranging from 7 feet 7 inches to 8 feet 6 inches, due to a condition called acromegalic gigantism. While his extraordinary height provided opportunities, it also presented challenges. Jack appeared in films like Hansel and Gretel and Jack and the Beanstalk before a severe injury forced him to retire from acting. He later joined the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, reluctantly accepting a 1-year contract despite his initial refusal to join a freak show. Minnie Woolsey, also known as Coo Coo the Bird Girl, was born in 1880 in Georgia with Firko-Seckel syndrome, often called bird-headed dwarfism. This condition gave her distinct features, including a small head, a beak-like nose, and a receding jaw. Minnie's performances often featured her dressed in bird-like costumes with feathers and a tiara, reinforcing her nickname. Her acts included whimsical dances and bird-like movements, such as flapping her arms like wings. Francesco Frank Lentini, born in 1889 in Sicily, Italy, had a third leg due to a congenital condition. Instead of letting this feature hold him back, he embraced it, becoming an entertainer who used his uniqueness to educate and amuse audiences. At 8 years old, his family relocated to Connecticut, where Frank became a star in circuses and carnivals. Known for his humor, he joked about needing 15% more food for his extra leg. His performances showcased skills like jumping rope and kicking soccer balls with his third leg. Lionel, born in 1890 in Poland, earned the nickname the Lion-Faced Man due to hypertrichosis, which caused his face and body to grow thick hair resembling a lion's mane. At just 4 years old, he was sold to a German circus owner, who saw potential in his striking appearance. Lionel became a celebrated performer, captivating audiences with his life story and explaining how his condition led him to the world of sideshows. He headlined for famous circuses, including Barnum and Bailey. George and Willie Muse, born in Virginia in the late 19th century, were black albino brothers kidnapped from their family in 1899. Taken from their mother, Harriet Muse, the brothers were forced into sideshows under exploitative conditions. Promoted as Eco and Eco, the Martian ambassadors, among other fictionalized personas, their unique appearance drew public fascination. Despite years of hardship, they became celebrated performers. Eventually, their mother found and rescued them, sparking a legal battle that won their freedom. If you liked the video, I would appreciate it if you could leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. That motivates us to continue bringing you more videos like this. See you next time.